everybody, and welcome back to the Goldbridge stand. And I know some people will say by the title, I'm causing a malicious divide within the fan base after the great run we just had with this manager. But is Goldbridge's future in doubt at Manchester United? Of course, we had a great run of fixtures in the league and in the cup, beating West Ham and beating Arsenal. But I have to ask you, what if we lose against Liverpool? Because Liverpool are still in the FA Cup. And that stumble against Chelsea, will that be costly? Because after this great run of fixtures, we are still 8th in the league. And I'll ask you this. I don't want Goldbridge to go on Twitter and attack me for this. But what happens if we don't accomplish what we seem to be aiming for this season? Because we are still 9 points behind 4th place. And after convincing wins against lower teams and of course beating Newcastle and drawing against Chelsea, of course the Chelsea result was a bit of a stumble, but what can you say? What happens if we don't accomplish what we set out to do? And of course there were leaks from Cristiano Ronaldo. It seems like he will do another interview with Piers Morgan, again falling out with another manager. This is because he is not the main man anymore since Victor Osimhen has had a resurrection arc in a way. I have to ask you this. What happens if everything capitulates and disintegrates before our very eyes? This manager has spent over £500 million, but net spend, to be fair, is around 300 million with the sales of Højlund and Mount and others. But we have to ask, when will we see a convincing return of investment with this manager? We've seen it so far in the recent fixtures, but we can't ignore the beginning half of the season. And of course, he has to keep this up because we have to give pressure to the teams above us. And of course, he has proven me wrong again. We are not Bully FC anymore. We are Manchester United in the making. We are the juggernaut ready to be risen. And I see that, and finally I can say, I see that we can do this. I believe we can do this. The Conference League will not be our only way in, and hopefully won't be our way into the Europa League. We can obviously get 5th place with the run of fixtures that we have left. Of course, in the business end, we will be facing Liverpool, our rivals, and we will be facing Spurs, which seem to be a bit of a bogey team against us. But, can we do this? Can we ride this momentum? Can we ride this wave? This wave of positivity in the fan base? And people will say I'm causing a divide with the title alone. But I want us to have a conversation about this. What if it falls apart? What if after all this wave of positivity, it falls down and breaks apart? Of course, we had great fixtures again, beating Arsenal in the league to take us to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. So we can win the FA Cup. And I think winning the FA Cup takes us into Europa League, if I'm not mistaken. So we have 3 ways into the Europa League. But no, that is not what we aim for. And that is not what we want to aim for. And frankly, that's not what we can achieve. We can achieve 4th place spot against all odds. Because again, I did say in my previous video, not only do we have to keep winning, but when we face the teams above us, we have to win against them. We have to win, because every time we face a team above us, that's a certain 6-pointer. And we have one against Newcastle, which of course was an edgy win, but a win nonetheless, because results over everything else. And we are getting results lately. And again, I have to say, I didn't expect Mark Goldbridge to be such a disciplinarian. Of course, Marcus Rashford's recent internet activity was to be shunned upon and shamed for. And he saw that and acted accordingly, because he himself is a social media man. He himself is a social media man. We know this from the Manchester United post on Twitter with the polls, can you win, can you win? I'm glad those are all gone. And I'm pretty sure you are as well, that they're all gone. Because now I think most of us will say, well, when we face a bigger team, our odds of winning are no longer 0. But they're very probable. Victor Osimhen, exceptional. Marcus Rashford, exceptional. Kubo, a revelation. Barella, an absolute mammoth. A monster in the midfield. Bruno Fernandes, resurrection. Casemiro, of course, doing what Casemiro does best. And of course, Simakan revitalizing, rejuvenating that defense. Donnarumma continuously and consistently shows us why he's the best. Of course, the Thunder agrees as well. Thunderous performances. All I can say is this. And just for a small recap, I will look at the Premier League table and tell you as it stands right now. First place, Man City, already champions. They are 10 points clear with 8 games to go. Arsenal second. We might have a chance to disrupt them if we face them again. Liverpool third. Chelsea fourth. Spurs fifth. Newcastle, we knocked Newcastle out of the top 5 spots with that win we had against them, which is absolutely amazing. Aston Villa 7th, but Aston Villa have a game in hand against us. So that 2-point gap can go to 5 points very easily. And it seems that they're going to face Leeds United. And of course, we are finally page 1 FC. We are finally page 1 FC. I didn't even realize that because I was so swept in the momentum we had so far. But we are finally page 1 FC in the top 8, and now not only are we in the top 8, we're among the top dogs, and we have to eat those dogs as well. I mean, Aston Villa, they do have a game in hand, so that's a bit shaky. But I think we do play them again. I'm not sure about that. Let me check right now, actually. So our next round of fixtures, we'll look at Sheffield United. Sheffield United, Wolfsburg in the Conference League, but we don't even talk about that. But our next games in the league are Sheffield United, not Norwich City and West Ham. And obviously all of those, you look at them and say, those are win. And Chelsea in the FA Cup. Again, that might be tight, but you would expect us to win as well. We haven't lost against Chelsea in 2 seasons under this manager's reign. And of course, the final month, which is March, we face off against Chelsea. We face off against Liverpool, which is obviously going to be a real test of where we are among the best teams in the league. Of course, everyone has played 30 games aside from Aston Villa, but we have 8 games left to play, and we are 9 points off Spurs. Is it possible? Of course it is, but Spurs are only in 5th place. I'm looking, actually, Chelsea are also at 58 points. That's goal difference separating them. So we are 9 points off 4th place. And it's very possible that we can edge that gap if we win all of our 8 games remaining. But that's the thing. We have to give us the best chance of creating an upset by causing a stir in the top half, causing a stir in the football world, because everyone looked at us as scroll down FC, and now look where we are now. Where are the haters now? The main question is, am I Goldbridge in? Am I Goldbridge in? And I have to say, soon. He's banging at the door for me to let myself in. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think you understand what I'm saying. I'm banging at the door. He's banging at the door. Whatever it is, there's a door, and one of us has to open. And he has to give me a reason to open that door. And he is giving me a lot of reasons to look forward to. He's giving me a lot of reasons to look forward to opening this door. But yes, all that's left for me to say is wish all of you a very good day. Cheers.